Comps, also known as certificates, take one. Today we're going to talk about how to create a new comp, how to reissue a comp, and how to print a comp. First thing you have to have is a campaign. I'm going to go straight into a campaign by selecting on the Campaign tab. Now I'm going to select the campaign that I'd like to enter. Once you're in the campaign, you can hover over the comp and select on New Comp, or you can scroll down if you're a scroller and select New Comp. The comp contact will automatically carry over from the campaign contact screen. If for some reason you get this message that I got, it's just saying that there's multiple Christine Ahrens and to select one of them. Now your contact can or it doesn't have to have an email address. So if you have a contact that you do not have an email address, still go ahead and plug in their information. If for some reason that's not the person that you want to create, you can just go ahead and start typing their name and go ahead and use the search bar, search icon to go ahead and create or find the contact that you're looking for. Next is the field for the comp secondary contact. A lot of people might plug in the secretary if their comp contact was the pastor. There are some folks that also put themselves in as the secondary contact, so they will also receive the email. You do not have to fill in the comp secondary contact. It is not a required field. The next field is the currency, which will automatically default to US dollars. Go ahead and leave it just as is. On the campaigns, it will marry over and carry over the existing campaign that you are in. You want to leave that just as is. Amount of comp is next. Go ahead and hover over the question mark, and you will see the amounts that you'll need to issue or you'll need to enter for what comp you're issuing. In this example, I'm going to issue an individual comp, so I'm going to plug in $45. And then finally, the reason is for internal purposes, and you just need to make sure that you select one of these. We just recently added room rent, and that will marry up and match with C-Star. Next, you want to click on Save. Just remember, you have to create a comp even if the person does not have an email address. Now, if they do have an email address, that email is now automatically triggered and has been sent to that contact. So it also has issued a comp number for you, this SF511485. That's the comp number that is matching up with FSA and also with C-Star. So what I'm going to do now is that is how you create a new comp. I'm going to go over how to come in and reissue a comp. So now let's say that this pastor just called us and they have lost their comps. I'm going to go into the campaign name. I'm going to either come up to the top and find the comp that I just issued, or again, you can scroll down and see the same screen. So here's the comp that I just issued. And if you'll take a look, it will automatically fill in the expires date, and all of your comps are going to expire 180 days from the date that you created. So now I'm going to scroll down to the activity history, and I'm going to select Send an Email. I'm going to select next on Select the Template, and you want to make sure the folder Workflow Campaign Site Contact is selected. You can drop down and pick that from your pick list, and now you'll select whichever comp that you want to issue. We created an individual comp before, so now I'm just going to select on Comp Individual. You'll plug in who it's going to be sent to, and then your comp will now be reissued. So go ahead and click on Send. Now remember, all the documentation is going to be documented underneath the comp activity history, not the campaign, because it's a different custom object. Let's talk about how you can print. The reason why this video was delayed was because I was trying to do it on my home computer. On this computer, I have Word 2010. So let me stop you right there. And if you have Word 2010, this feature does not work. What you will need to do, if you have Word 2010, you will need to send yourself a comp. So whenever you go ahead and create that comp number, you'll need to plug yourself into Comp Contact or into the Comp secondary contact, and then you'll need to print it from your inbox, which the comp will be in within Outlook. Let's say you have a different version of Word. What you'll need to do is you can come straight into the comp that we were talking about, and you can scroll down to the activity history and select on Mail Merge. From here, it'll automatically pull up the comp number that you just created. You've got to create the comp before you can email it, or before it will get emailed automatically, or before you can print it. You do not want to modify or change anything within Word as far as your comp numbers, and that's because they're not going to be matching up with CSTAR. So you want to make sure you follow this process. Next is specify the contact to merge with Word doc. We're not merging any type of contact information, so you can leave that blank unless you'd like to fill it out. Next, you select on Comp Individual US, and then you want to make sure number 4 is checked Login Activity. Next, what you'll want to do is click on Generate, and it'll take about 30 seconds, and from here it'll pull up a Word doc that's automatically merged. If you have Office 2000, this is the error message that you will receive. If you have Office 97 or 2003 or something of that nature, Office 97 it looks like, then you will be able to use this feature. Until next time, may the force be with you. Salesforce, that is.